In the past month, two of the most exciting cameras have come out, the Canon EOS R5 and the long-awaited Sony a7s III. But the question today is, can your computer handle editing the footage from them? Let's find out. Hey, what's up guys, Kruis here. I've downloaded footage from both the EOS R5 and the a7s III. The a7s III footage is from James Matthews and the Canon EOS R5 footage is from Mak Gwen. I'll put the links to their videos in the description. Also, you can click here to watch their videos, click on the cards here. So let's hop right in. I have a MacBook Pro 16-inch and I'll put the specs here on the screen so you know what kind of specs we're dealing with. These are what the a7s III files look like once you place them on your computer. I can't open them with QuickTime Player, so just a blank screen that pops up. Maybe you can download a plugin to be able to play it in QuickTime. I can, however, open it with VLC Player and it plays just fine. Ooh, look at his voice. Plays pretty smooth. a7s III footage. Let's check out another one. He was shooting in S-Log3, I believe. Yeah, so VLC plays it fine here. The R5, we have a similar story. You can't open it as well in QuickTime, as you can see here. Maybe you can download a plugin though to be able to play it, I'm not sure. And then again, I can open it in VLC, but it struggles. The footage is very not smooth to play back even in VLC, which is pretty nuts. Because a computer like this should be able to handle that just fine. And then these are what the raw files look like in your file system. They're Canon RAW Media, CRM. I think that's what it stands for, not sure. I've edited sequences together here in Final Cut. Here's the a7s III sequence. And I'm playing back at better quality. So it's playing it back at full quality here. And it's playing back pretty smooth. I've put some speed ramping as well. This is uncolored, ungraded. Oh, we saw a little bit of a jitter there. I am doing some speed ramping. He shot some footage in 120 frames per second, but I think he was shooting in S&Q mode, which means it has already been slowed down in camera. So the footage comes in at 24 frames a second here, but it's already slowed down. So slowed down here because I put like a motion blur effect. But otherwise, it plays really smooth in Final Cut. If I look at the raw footage here, it scrubs really smoothly. Hopefully you can see that even though I'm screen recording. But yeah, it's really smooth, really easy to edit. If I, want to put my in and out points and want to press the space bar, I want to speed up. Oh, it kind of jitters there a little bit. It might be because I'm screen recording, but I didn't have any problem editing with this a7s III footage. And then here's the sequence of it color graded. This also plays pretty smooth. This is color graded already and it's playing back really smooth. It's gonna probably jitter here because I have a motion blur effect. Oh wow, that actually plays pretty good even though I have some speed ramping. That's where it has a little bit of trouble here, right here. So, but I would say and all this footage has no transcoding has been done or no proxy media has been made for this. This is just straight from the camera to the editing software and it plays pretty smooth. So I'm pretty happy with this a7s III, the way it edits in Final Cut. Let's hop over to the R5 footage. So this, I had to transcode. Like there is no way I could play this. Even just in the browser, I could not play this footage from the R5 smoothly. So I had to transcode all of it. It is shot in 120 frames a second. And with the R5, there's no audio with 120 frames per second. And it also slows down the footage in camera. So if you want it to play normal speed, you have to, drop it in and then do it like 200%, I think, to make it look almost like normal speed. But once it's transcoded, the footage is really nice to edit and color. Like the colors out of the R5 look really nice and they're really fun to color grade. So this is it color graded, and then this is the uncolored one. Plays back really smooth. I mean, this is transcoded though. So here, I'll show you what it's like when it's not transcoded. What we're gonna do is delete all the render files, any optimized media, which is the media that's transcoded, any proxy media. I didn't do any proxies, but I'll just click it just in case. Click OK. So now it's all deleted. Now we try to play back the R5 footage, and there it goes. Starts to slow down, starts to jerk around. Let's put it down to better performance instead of better quality. See if that makes a difference. Click play again. And we're still choppy here. Very stuttery playback. Isn't that crazy? I don't know why. Maybe, hopefully Canon can do something about that. Maybe they can release an updated codec for their cameras. I'm not sure. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait till better computer comes out with a chip that can decode this codec to be able to edit it smoothly straight out of camera. Otherwise, you really have to transcode it, the R5. Pretty nuts. Can't believe it. Even here in the browser, when I try to play the footage, it's just really jerky. See that? Crazy. The 8K footage, on the other hand, as long as I'm in better performance, it plays back pretty smooth. Whoa. So, and yeah, I can scrub it pretty quickly. Scrubs through pretty quickly. This is the 8K footage from Canon, 8K RAW. It's pretty crazy. I can play it smoothly. Hello there. Let's see if we put a little color grade on it, how it works. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see if it still plays back. Wow, I'm surprised. Let's put in some other clips. We'll just copy that setting there. So this is the 8K footage again. Wow, it's playing back pretty smooth. Isn't that kind of weird? Like the 4K 120 footage that's not RAW has a really hard time playing back. But the 8K RAW, on the other hand, why? How? You know? It's kind of weird. But it plays back fine. So let's see what it looks like if I zoom in 200%. Technically in a 4K timeline, you should be able to do up to, how many times? 4 times? 4Ks is 8K. So technically you shouldn't lose any quality even at 200% in 4K, in a 4K timeline. So paused here, honestly, it doesn't look as good as normal 4K. No, actually, so it should be 4 times. So 400% should be the max, so it's 4K. If you're confused, sorry. Technically, you should be able to go in 4 times. To me, it doesn't look like 4K when I'm punched in 400% in 8K. So yeah, I don't know what the super advantage of that would be. Let's try punching into, oh wait, 200%. Yeah, because 100% is 1 times. Yeah, I don't know if the footage is just soft or what, but definitely compared to the Sony, if you go back over to the Sony footage, I feel like we could punch in a lot here and it still looks, if you go to 200%, it still looks a lot sharper than like it would be with the R5. Anyways, these are all just my opinions too, my observations from what I see here on my screen. So make sure you do other comparisons as well, not just purely judge it on what I'm saying here. But yeah, that's what I'm observing. I think from what I've seen so far editing this footage, for me, I'd rather get the a7s III because it edits a lot smoother and the color science has gotten a lot better. So it's a lot more fun to color grade a lot easier to color grade, and the 10-bit footage is amazing. It doesn't fall apart, and I'm just really excited for this camera, as well as all of the overheating issues on the R5. It seems like really that camera was not made for video shooters. So if you're a video shooter, I think I'd recommend the a7s III over the R5, but that's just my opinion. There is one more clip here I want to check out from the a7s III. This one is 4K 60 frames per second, and it does stutter a little bit, as we can see, at 100% speed. But if I slow it down to 40% speed, it plays back pretty smooth. Yeah, plays back pretty smooth. Let's try doing a color grade on top of that, just to add something to it. Shadows. The highlights, and see if it still plays back. And it's still playing back smooth, so that's a good sign. Honestly, for video guys, I think the a7s III is gonna be the way to go. I hope that was helpful for you if you're looking at these cameras and wondering, how does it edit? How am I gonna be able to edit the footage from these cameras? So hopefully that can help you make a decision, a better informed decision, and hope you thought that was interesting. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.